Thank you for checking out MedicalGPS's service improvement program. Currently, we're on item number 8, waiting room rounding. There's 9 tips and techniques that can help you and your team achieve high levels of customer service. If you haven't had a chance to review items 1 through 7, I would encourage you to do so. Item number 8 is the focus of today's video, waiting room rounding. I'd like to bring your attention to this article, Patient Satisfaction Starts in the Waiting Room, by Rick Blizzard, Health and Healthcare Editor at Gallup. During this study, it was determined that patients that were kept informed about their office wait had the highest correlation to overall patient satisfaction as opposed to those patients that were not kept informed. Here's a quote directly from the article. Communicating with patients about wait time and making an effort to express awareness that their time is valuable is a key to giving patients a positive impression of their office visit. If you'd like to review the article in its entirety, there's a link here at the bottom of the screen, and we'll place a copy of that hyperlink in the comments section below. Another article that you'll find very useful, the American Journal of Managed Care, Wait Times, Patient Satisfaction Scores, and the Perception of Care. Here, the correlation between office wait time and the patient's overall perception of their treatment was established. Let me share with you some of that data. Here we have a line graph with the x-axis being the number of minutes the patient had to wait to see their provider. The y-axis is that patient's overall satisfaction score on a scale from 1 to 5. You can see as patients had to wait, their overall scores diminished. So at about 15 to 20 minutes, for example, there's a pretty significant downturn in overall patient satisfaction scores. As that wait time increased, likewise, those overall satisfaction scores diminished. So what does that mean for you and your practice in terms of waiting room rounding? At your practice, whenever the patient has to wait about 15 or 20 minutes, if someone can simply touch base with that patient and let them know why they're having to wait, that will make all the difference. For example, one practice that we worked with actually has the MA that rooms the patient go and touch base with other patients that are in the waiting room as she's rounding. So as she's rounding patients in the waiting room, she's letting them know what's happening and why it's happening. And she does it discreetly so that other patients are not disturbed by it. For example, she says something like, "Good morning again, Mr. Jones. My name is Caroline. I wanted to let you know that Dr. Crawford is running a little behind. I expect we'll call you back at the exam room about 10 a.m. Now keep in mind, if your team can make that estimation of when the patient can be called back, that's great. If they cannot accurately make that estimation, it's better not to give them a time than it is to miss that projected time to call them back. However, if they can accurately project when that patient will be called back, that projection will allay those patients' fears and anxiety, and that indeed will go a long way in making that patient feel welcomed and get off to a great start. So this is one example of rounding in the waiting room. This particular practice uses the MA. Your practice can use the front desk person, they can use anyone, just so long as someone is touching base with patients as they're having to wait to let them know why they're having to wait and how long the wait might be.